So, as it is, the Ascended Masters Oracle card today, this one came up very kind of strongly, and it's a great one. We've got Moses here, parting the Red Sea, take charge of the situation. And immediately that might feel like a little bit, oh, that's a bit strong, you know, I don't know if I'm ready. But I had a little think about this and was musing upon that. And I think it is about, it's about saying you have the power. We have the power to change, to alter the course of something that's not quite right, to take a leadership role when it's necessary, and be kind of decisive and clear about things. And that takes courage as well. So it's not just all about kind of being strong, it's about kind of being here and coming from here in a really true, honest, clear direction. I think that's my take on it. And yeah, making decisions rather than kind of waiting passively. Sometimes it's time to do that. And I feel that that's it feels very right, very relevant today. Yes, act indeed. And give yourself permission to do that. Yeah, so that's a great theme today. I was very pleased with that. And Moses, of course, being an inspirational leader and being this very clear direction. So let us begin with that feeling of inspiration, courage, direction, and that we're stronger and more powerful than we actually realize. So we're going to come standing to feel our power. Let's get this in the right place. Standing tall. Let's just let the heels bounce a little bit, just to feel the ground, feel our bodies. So knees are nice and soft. Let's just bounce those heels a little bit. Let the arms be floppy. So just feeling a sense of ourself, our physical existence, this body, however it is right now, just allowing ourselves to feel our power that we have in our body. So let's build up the battery. So bring the sides of the feet together, breathing in, lift the arms up, bring the fingers interlinked up above the head. Breathe in, extend up, and also squeeze the arms together, squeeze the legs together, lift the heels off the ground, and hold your breath in for a few seconds. And then breathing out slowly through the nostrils. The hands are coming down, the heels are coming down to the ground. Slowly. Good. How does that feel? Right, again, we'll do 3 of these. Breathing in, extend up. Hold the breath in strongly. So we're like an arrow. We've got this strong line, this decisive, clear line. Holding that and then relaxing, releasing and softening it. Yeah. And again, let's make this very strong, inspired, filling ourselves with light, energy, fire, and breathing out. Slowly bringing the heels down, slowly bringing the arms down, breathing out slowly through the nostrils. Lift the shoulders up, take the feet apart a little bit so they're nice and balanced underneath your hips. Lift the shoulders up, breathing in, out through the mouth. Good, let it go, breathing in. Release that tension that's in the way. And again, breathing in. And out through the mouth. Feel that clarity in your system. Take the feet a bit further apart, knees bent. We're just going to come into these twists to feel the freedom and space around us. Clarity and space, knees bend, arms swing, loosening up the shoulders, let the arms, the backs of the hands just smack into the lower back. Just stimulating that energy there. And the knees, breathe, good. Slowly come to a stop. Palm of the lower back, back to the hands. Oh yeah, onto the buttocks if you want to, anywhere around there, anywhere you can reach. Going up higher, just getting that all lively, getting that whole area lively, especially if you've been sitting. Actually, it's probably good to do the buttocks and you've been sitting a lot today. Just say hello, I exist. And then we'll just get the knuckles in the lower back, get that rising up. Yeah, feel that kind of clarity, that direction. Yeah. Breathing in and out through nostrils all the time. And we've got a bit of warmth going on in that area. Let's just get this area here as well, the front. And just get the hands, pummel that lightly, keep the knees nice and soft. Your belly, so kind of that power, that sunshiny power. Just feel that whole belly energy. sunshine. Good. We'll roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders back. Bend the knees, rolling back. Gradually, the circles are getting bigger. The elbows are lifting. Breathing in, opening up. The fingers are going right to the ceiling. Let this wave through your whole body. Bending the knees, opening that heart. We're going to need a lot of heart to be courageous. Breathing in. That's where it comes from. And if we feel afraid, we feel kind of tentative and not sure, then taking action that's where the courage comes. If we don't feel any fear, then it's not courageous, the actions that we take. Take the shoulders forwards now. Yeah, breathing in and out through the nostrils the whole time. Just finding that wave. So let the knees join in. Just feeling the wave coming through the body, letting the energy move around a little bit, giving it some freedom, giving it some attention, letting the elbows rise up slowly. So if we're going to dive into the ocean, diving into our lives. Yeah, good. Lifting the arms up high, getting the arms right up by the ears, breathing in and out through the nostrils, just enjoying openness coming into the shoulders. Maybe they're getting a bit more warm. Yeah, good. Hands in front and behind. Again, a little bit of clarity. Into the space. Okay, so let's just connect up the body and the brain, bring the knee up, meet it with the opposite hand, and we'll just keep it light, keep it springy for the springtime. Yeah. If you're not feeling springy, just take your time to let that just gradually, that sensation to wake up a little bit in your body. Knowing that we're practicing together, so we can all just share a little bit of that energy and get into that kind of pool, if you like, of springiness. And now we're just going to bring the heel to the backside just to wake ourselves up a little bit more, get the legs really lively. Moving them quite quickly, have the hands on the hips if you want to, and then lifting the knees high, really getting the legs lively. And then we're going to take the leg out to the side. Good. And then we're going to open up the hips a little bit. So lifting the knee up and out to the side. And then the other side, lifting up and out to the side. Nice and smoothly. Maybe each time going a little bit bigger with that circle. Breathing, giving it some fuel, breathing in and out through the nostrils. All the time. Good. Let's see how that feels. Let's just come into a ragdoll just to release anything when we don't need to. We don't often do this at the beginning, but it just feels appropriate. So let the knees bend, let the chin come to the chest, let the hands slide down the legs, and let's let everything hang. Let's give our back a little bit of a break right at the beginning, just so we can release. Feel the arms on the ground, or you can hold on the elbows if you want, but really make sure the neck is released. We'll be turning it. Knees are bent, body's hanging forwards, hanging from the hips, if you like. Breathe into the nostrils. Out through the mouth. And again, breathe into the nostrils. Out through the mouth. And let's just wake up again. So again, feel that little bit of magic sparkle at the base of the spine. And it's traveling up, lifting you up, vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly coming to standing, coming up to standing. Lift the shoulders up, roll the shoulders back. Just roll them a few times again, just to get that energy moving. Keep it moving. Remind yourself that you're alive and everything's moving within this system. So I think let's have a little back bend as well before we come into some standing postures. We're going to get some strong standing postures today. So give it back a little rub. That always feels good. Placing the fingers pointing down, bring the elbows together so the chest opens up already, bend the knees, and then just take the hips forward. So we're supporting fully with the hands there. Lifting, it's like the chest wants to lift up, the heart wants to fly directly up into the sky. And keep the knees bent and breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathing in and out through nostrils. Lifting and opening the chest, taking the shoulders back and away. So this lovely big expanse across the chest. When I use the inhale to come up. And release. Give back another little rub. That feels good. And let's come to the front of the mat. We're going to come into triangle, Trikonasana. feet hips width apart. Just look at your feet. Wiggle the toes and place them down. Lift the heels, place them down. Take a moment, standing tall. Feel that power that you have, everything waking up now. Put the weight onto the left foot and step back with the right for triangle, for Trikonasana. Facing the long edge of the mat now. Breathing in. Lift the arms high, breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest, open the heart. And breathing out, reaching over to your left and down. Reaching up through the right, just turning the chest, look up at the ceiling, open up, keep that right hip strong. It's like this pivotal point, it's holding it all together here if you like. And turn the head if your neck is okay, otherwise just look forward, but keep the neck in line with your spine. Don't let the head kind of hang. Soften the knees, breathe. But breathe deeply. In and out through the nostrils, fill your body with space, with air. Enjoy. Now use the inhale to come up. You might want to soften that left knee. Lift the arms up, lower the arms down on the exhale. Softly, find that softness. Bend into the right knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Take a moment there. Let's give the legs a little shake. And let's give the shoulders a shake as well. Let's reset. I think plenty of shaking is good. It's releasing everything. Now we're going to put the weight on the right foot, step back with the left. The other side, standing up tall through the legs, feet sinking down. Think about the tailbone pointing down, belly tucked in. Breathing in, lift up. Breathing out, take the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest. Breathing out, reaching over to the right and down. Make contact with that lower leg and reach up the left fingers right to the ceiling. Taking that left shoulder down away from the left ear, strong left hip. This is holding it together, don't forget. Everything is really held here, but not kind of, feeling rigid or anything. Soften the knees so the legs are activated. You feel the feet. So you're not stiffening the knees and making your feet kind of stiff as well. Everything is very lively, soft, active. Good. Breathe deeply. Breathe into the body, expand with that inhale. Empty on the exhale. Use the inhale to come up, bend the right knee to soften it. Arms float up, arms float down on the exhale. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Take a little moment here to shake the legs, shake the hips, shake the shoulders. Everything is reconfiguring. Yeah. And we're going to come into Warrior 2 straight away. So let's put the weight on the left foot and take a big step back with the right. Feels very apt for our theme today. Taking action, decisiveness, strong lines. This is the warrior. Breathing in, extend up. But we find the softness within that, breathing out. Because we have this body, which is a soft thing. Breathing in, extending the fingertips away from each other. Look down the left arm, strong determination, and bending into that left knee. The knee is hovering over the ankle there, and we're pressing, so we've got that evenness between the feet. And keeping the neck nice and long, crown going to the ceiling, chest lifted. Just really think about everything extending away from everything else. Fingertips extending. The chest is lifting, the shoulders are sinking down away from the ears. The back of the neck is lifting, the chin is kind of slightly tucked in, the back of the neck is long, the crown is lifting, the groin is coming to the floor, everything expanding in all directions. So we're getting very expanded. With that expansion, that space we're creating, there's lots of space for the clarity to come in, which we need. Come up on the inhale, lower the arms on the exhale there. We're just going to point that left foot forward, point both the feet forward. So it's a little something in between. And we're just going to bend the knees and come again into a ragdoll, but with wide legs. So both feet facing forward, bring the chin to the chest, let the arms hang forwards. Giving ourselves plenty of release for the spine. Yeah. So taking action and doing strong things and being decisive. This requires some softness to accompany it, some reflection,
some balm, if you like. So that you have everything hang forward, the knees are bent, the body's hanging forwards. And then we're just going to slowly uncurl with the knees bent, come up to standing. Slowly come to standing, lifting everything up. And then we'll bend into the right knee and bring ourselves back to the front of the mat. Okay. Let's step back with the left. Big step back with the side. Warrior 2. Get the feet even, the weight. Don't forget this back foot is not at a right angle. The toes are slightly pointing forwards, forwards being the front of your mat. But get the hips also facing the long edge of the mat. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Lift the chest, lengthen the body. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Bring the shoulders down and lift the chest. Extend the fingers away from each other. Breathe in to the chest. Breathing out, bending into the right knee. As the knee comes forwards, you'll press into the back of the left leg. So the foot, really the heel, the foot is pushing into the earth there. So we have to put extra emphasis on this back one because the knee coming forward tends to make us lean into that. So we pull back with that left hand slightly. So our body is in the middle. See if you can just sink a little deeper into this on the out breath. Breathing in to the body, making sure the knee is in line with your toes and not rolling inwards. That's what it wants to do probably. We want to encourage the hips to open. Good. Now use the inhale to come up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Let's give everything a little shake up again. So shaking the knees, then shaking the hips, and then shaking the shoulders. And let's make some sound. Breathing through the nostrils. Yeah. Release. Okay, time for a balance, I think. And before we do that, we'll just have a little bit of a moment of stillness and movement. So we're going to have a little gratitude moment here. So place the feet, just check them out, lift the toes, place them down, lift the heels, place them down. Really feel that connection and contact with the earth. Hands together, pressing together lightly, evenly, that equilibrium. Breathe in. As you breathe out, pointing the fingers to the ground. As you breathe in, lift the arms up, bring the hands together above the head. And bringing them back into the heart center. We're just doing these lovely settling, circling. So this is, we've done something strong. Now we find the softness and find ourselves, find our heart. Let's find the heart in this, in the gratitude. That's what we hopefully will find as we start to realize the things we feel grateful for. Gratitude, appreciation, wonder, joy at whatever is here right now. This experience of your own heart. Lifting, looking up the hands as they meet above the head and then bringing them through that center, feeling that passing through the heart and reaching the earth and drawing up energy from the earth. We're drawing it up on the inhale as inspiration and we're bringing it down through the crown, down through our center. And just feel that energy and joy. So whatever we feel grateful for, appreciate, or realize, feel wonder and awe about. One more, breathing in. And think of that word, wonder, and bring that into the heart as your hands land in front of the heart for a second. Soften the knees, make sure everything is lively and integrated and involved. So you're feeling the whole of your body, you're feeling your feet. Wiggle the toes if you can't feel your feet. Make sure the knees are slightly soft. Press the hands together, lift the crown, strong belly, open chest, shoulders back. So really a strong standing pose. Anjali Mudra here. And Tadasana, this long standing. Close your eyes for a second. And just tune into that heart where the courage resides. And the honesty and that truth. So dropping the hands down now. Let's come into another
Standing strong, standing. We're going to do warrior 3. So get ready for this, for some heat making. So we're going to land and plant that left foot down, standing on that foot, bending the knee. And as you start to lift the back foot off the ground, as you find your balance, make sure your hips stay level and not this opening up. And sometimes it's good to practice with the hands against the wall or furniture first, so you can find that position in your body. So when you come into the balance, it's a bit easier. Pointing the toe, I prefer, but you can push your heel back. And then counteract it by taking the hands forwards. I like to interlink the fingers and point with these fingers here, the index fingers, in the Jupiter Mudra. Try not to grip the ground with the toes. So really feeling your power, allowing yourself permission to feel your energy, feel your power, and express it. You can do it. Breathe. Power this with your breath. One more breath in and release softly. So find that softness, let your foot land on the ground again. And let's just give everything a little shake, shaking the knees, shaking the hips, and then the shoulders naturally start coming in as well. Breathing in, breathing out. Taking the weight, it just kind of softens everything, and you feel more ready to come into the other side. So it's always good to do. And it puts a smile on my face. So we put the right foot down. Take time to really let that foot sink into the ground, the knee bend to help balance. Keep the hips level as you lift the back leg. Again, you can use the wall or furniture if you need to. And extend the arms forwards, either interlinking the fingers or extending the hands. They can be pointing to each other or pointing down, or you can even just bring the hands together. But I like this. This helps to give more extension, more dynamic, which helps the balance. Breathe. Whoop. There you go. Breathe. Oh, yeah, off balance. Focus your breath, focus your eyes. One more breath in and release. Slowly lower the leg down. And let's give everything a shake up. So shaking the legs, shaking the shoulders, shaking the hips, everything's shaking up. Good. Okay, we're going to come into another standing posture. That's going to be starting at the front of the mat again. So another warrior. Well, it's kind of a warrior. We're going to come into a side plank stretch. So it starts like warrior 2. So weight on the left foot and step back with the right. Big step. So I'm going to just find that, get the hips level. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest. Breathing out, bending into that left knee. So we're back in this warrior position. Really think about pushing into that back foot, particularly because we're going to be taking our weight forwards this time. So we're just taking that left forearm down to the thigh, but not leaning onto it, keeping that body open. So we take the right fingers as if they're going to reach down to the ground, and we breathe in as they reach up in this beautiful arc, and get this line, get this feeling of a line from the fingertips of the right hand down through the body, down to the back foot. So, and think about these 2 points moving away from each other in space. If you can, you can look up at the ceiling on the inside of that arm. That makes sure your arm isn't flopping in front of your face. And keeping the good strong bend in the knee, but always pushing back into that back foot. Now to come out of this, we need to bend a bit more into the knee, and then inhale, lift both arms up, straighten up the legs, exhale, lower the arms down. And we're going to just come in between again, a nice wide leg ragdoll. So pointing the feet forward, so turn that left foot in, bend the knees, let the body hang forwards, the chin is coming to the chest, the head is heavy, the arms are just weights hanging down, pulling you down to the ground. So we're hanging from the hips here, let the knees bend, let the weight, let the body take the legs take the weight. Breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Good, and again, breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Feel the pull at the base of the spine, and feel it traveling up. So just let everything else be zeroed, but keep the knees bent so your legs are doing the work to lift you, and it's just traveling that energy up through the spine, lifting the chest, the shoulders sink back, the arms sink down, the head lifts, and then we bend into the right knee and bring ourselves back to the front of the mat. take a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Put the weight on the right foot and step back with the left. Big step. Get the hips level. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open. Breathing out, bending into that right knee. So once we've got that really sense of stability in the legs, so pushing back into that back foot, outside of this back leg is strong, then we can rest the forearm lightly down on that thigh. Try not to let that knee start straightening up. Really keep that sense of strength in the groin there. And then bring the fingers to the ground, inhaling as you reach up and forwards, and watching the arm as it goes there. And then you could just take that gaze on the inside of that arm. Breathe and make the waist, side of the left waist really long, pushing into that back foot. We get a lovely long line, diagonal here. And the more we strong and dynamic we make this, the easier the pose becomes. Because we focus on that, and then the body's just hanging from the line. Good. Now bend into the knee a bit more so that we can breathe in, sweep the arms up, out, lower the arms down. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Good. Another little moment of repose. Let's come into a squat. If you don't like squatting, you can come into a ragdoll if you prefer. But we're going to come down to a squat. Picture the feet are apart and pointing out. The angle of the toes is the same as where your knee is going. So you can adjust. But the main thing is that we don't have it at different angles, because then you're twisting the knee. And then try and get the body to hang between the knees. If your heels are off the ground, that's where you're at, then you put something underneath the heels. So let your body hang now. Let the head hang heavy. Breathe into the nostrils, out through the mouth. And in fact, in this one, let's really release from the face as well. So we're going to soften the jaw and the mouth and the lips and tongue by doing this nice sound. On the out breath. Let's do a couple more of those. Breathing into the nostrils. Lifting up the head. And let's come into a little twist just to extend this feeling. When you lift up your chest, you feel yourself, oh, I'm sitting back or I'm falling back, then just put something again underneath the heels. Left hand on the ground. As you inhale, feel the fingers are lifting up. The inhale is lifting the fingers to the ceiling and they're extending upwards. And the heart is wanting to look up at the right fingers. There's a strong line there. We're going to make it soft by rotating the wrist clockwise, breathing the whole time, and just letting that move gradually upwards. And then we'll rotate it in the opposite direction. Unwinding and letting it come down, back down to the earth. There. Exchange. So we breathe in, lift the left arm up. Nice twist. You can feel that in the sides, going into the hips a little bit, lower back, reaching that hand up, rotating the left hand now, clockwise, breathing, watching, lifting the heart as if your heart wants to look up at that left hand, winding, and then we're coming back down, we're loosening and freeing it up, and it's softening as we go anti-clockwise, still breathing in and out, watching the hand and bring it to the ground. Just going to walk the hands forwards here. So however you are, find yourself coming onto all fours, and immediately we just have a little rest again, sit back onto the heels, extend the arms forward, bring the forehead down. That gives the back a good release. Sit deeply into the heels. Make little claws with the fingers just to get even more release in the back of the shoulders. Breathe deeply to increase the release. Increase the release. Breathing in. Breathe out through the mouth. Let it go. Then relax a bit more. Okay. Let's come up to all fours. And we're going to just really free up the hips a little bit. Again, this forward motion, this sense of direction, decisions, taking charge. We kind of need to get a bit more forward motion energy coming from the hips. So let's do this freestyle version. So make sure the elbows are soft and bent, fingers are spread wide. We're going to just rotate the base of the spine clockwise. as if we have a beautiful tail. Imagine our lovely tail, whatever tail you want there, it's just going around in a circle. And we're going to make that get bigger and bigger. So we're just going around clockwise to start, and just let the rest of the body, naturally you'll start to think, oh, my rest of my body wants to start doing things. My elbows want to start bending, or I want to sit back a little bit, or I want to lift and arch my spine, or my shoulders want to move. But let that kind of ripple. So you're just feeling the ripple moving your body, and just see how much of your body you can let join in. Maybe your neck can join in if you move it very slowly and carefully, and in kind of in accordance with the movement of the rest of the body, just letting it move slowly, breathing as well. Give it breath, and then come to a stillness. Notice how that feels. Have a sit back onto the heels. Make it comfortable for yourself, sitting, kneeling. So you might want to put a bit of padding there for a moment. Not going to take too long. And again, we're going to release the wrists, rotating them one way. We're just watching the hands in front of us. Breathing, and rotate the wrists the other way. And extend the arms away. Extend the arms up, just to keep your focus of attention. Sometimes when we're doing something, we're thinking about and looking around, but we're focusing on them. And then making little stars with the hands, again, keeping the wrists and the arm energy. So everything is kind of kept flowing and moving. Come onto the hands again. We're going to go the other direction. Elbows nice and bendy. Just feel a bit of movement there. And just feel it starting small. So you might want to close your eyes. Actually start with the eyes closed. And we're going to go anti-clockwise. So starting as small as you can. It's a small circular movement coming from the base of the spine, from your tail. And as you move it, you'll feel your tail is getting bigger and longer, and it's bushy or feathery, I don't know. Imagine your own beautiful tail that you want to show off, and so you make that circle bigger and bigger. Yeah. Good. Let yourself shine. Yeah, let your colors be seen. So we're just going to make a big circle with this tail and let the rest of the body join in, breathing very expressively in and out through the nostrils. Make it very expressive. You can sit back, you can get your elbows involved, you can get your neck involved, your wrists, your back particularly. Let that everything get fluid and floating. And come to a stillness again. And we'll just take the hands forward a little bit before we sit back. So we're coming into like a puppy dog. So your head might reach the ground, but your bottom does not reach your heels. So we get even more openness in the spine. And again, breathe in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Keep the hands landed there. Good. And then let the hands slide back and sit back into the heels once more. Sweep the arms back into the pose of the child. Just let that rest. Let yourself rest there. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Sigh out through the mouth. Good. Now slide the hands forwards. Come up onto all fours. And we're going to just come up into a downward dog briefly. So we're going to tuck the toes under, breathing in, lift the knees off the ground. And we're going to just lift the head and look towards the hands. We're going to come into a lunge. So put the weight onto the left foot and step forwards with the right. So again, strong posture, strong in the legs. We need these legs carrying us. And the hands either side of that right foot, pushing that left heel back. So the knee is off the ground. Unless that feels too strong, you can always rest your knee down, or you can rest it down whenever you feel you need to. Otherwise, we're going to keep that strong. The chest is going forwards and you're looking forwards. The back of the neck is long. Everything is open. Good. And then we're going to just put the weight on the hands a bit more so we can straighten that front leg and send it back. So we're back in downward dog. We're going to come on the other side now. So put the weight on the right foot and look towards the hands, lift the left foot off the ground and let it come forwards. It might take a couple of steps, that's okay, but the key really is you really need to get the weight really off of the left hand if you're stepping through with the left foot. Now the left knee is bent, the body's resting on the left thigh, it's hand either side of the left foot, and you're pushing back with that right heel so the back leg is strong This right thigh is holding onto the bone of the right thigh there. The groin is coming down to the ground. We're getting a good bit of expansion across the groin there. Good. And now we're just going to look back towards that right foot and see if we can just take that left foot back, however which way. In the downward dog. Breathe deeply. The tail is lifting up to the sky. The legs are long, the thighs are engaged. The knees and calves are lifting slightly, pushing back through the hands, open between the shoulder blades. Keep the tummy tucked in and breathe into the chest. As you breathe into the chest, feel the space increasing between the shoulder blades. Shoulders falling down away from the ears. And then we're just going to walk the feet towards the hands. Come into another ragdoll. Yeah, release. After that strong lengthening, then we release. Bend the knees, let the body hang from the hips. Everything is hanging forwards. We'll have a little sway here. We can sway. Move the weight from the right to the left, slowly as you can. Breathing in through the nostrils, breathing out through the mouth. A little sigh if it feels good. Let it go, let it go. Release any kind of bits of tension, any old stuff that's been lying around, clinging on, bits and pieces you didn't even notice were clinging onto you. Now we're going to bring some light back into this spinal column, lifting from the base. Sunshine is rising up from the base. Energy is rising up through our center, lifting up to the crown. As you come to standing, it's coming out through the crown, showering over the body. The whole body is revitalized. Good. And let's just give everything a little shake up just to feel that vitality. So we're going to just again, shaking the knees, shaking the hips, and shaking the shoulders. So a real quick little enlivener and releaser of tension. And we have to deal with so much tension and stress that this is just a very quick way just to shake it off. Animals do it, so it's got to be good. They very instinctively know how to heal and take care of themselves. So we're going to come into a half sun salute, moving. Let's find some movement. So we're keeping the feet there underneath the hips. The toes up, placing them down. Lifting the heels up, placing them down. Right in this direction. We're going to move with clarity and direction. Bringing the hands together, lift the chest, tailbone pointing down, soft knees, back of the neck long, breathe. Breathing in. Fill the body with air, breathing out, point the fingers down to the ground. Breathing in, open the chest, open the hands up. It's like, yeah, come on, world. Bring the hands together above the head. And then breathing out. Bend the knees, fingertips touch the ground. Breathing in, look forwards, open the chest, hands just on the knees or below the knees. And breathing out, forward bend. See if you can breathe out a little bit longer before you bend the knees. Breathing in, strong direction up. And breathing out, hands come down. Breathing in, inspiration. Breathing out, bend the knees, soften everything. Knees, fingertips come to the ground. Breathing in, open heart. Breathing out, softening, bend the knees. Breathing in all the way up. Look up, breathing out, arms coming down. Breathe out fully. Breathing in, breathing out, bend the knees. Fingertips come to the ground. Strong belly there, we need that. Breathing in. Open the chest, strong belly again here, and then breathing out. Take the chest toward the toes. Look at the toes with your eyes. Bend the knees now. Now look up at the ceiling, the skies, and breathing out. Just take a moment there to stand. We're going to continue a couple more of these, but just find that stillness. Bring the hands together. Breathe. Catch your breath. And just take a moment to notice how you feel, how your body is, how is your energy, where is your energy kind of tingling? Where's the tingly? Where is there any resistance? And just notice your mind. What is going on in the mind? What is the patterns? What are the patterns? What is the mind focusing upon? And just bringing it back to here. It's bringing together the hands, coming to the center. Let's just do a couple more rounds here. So breathe in. Breathing out, pointing the fingers down, looking down at the hands, opening up. We lift up to watch the hands come together above the head, and then breathing out, bending the knees, fingertips come to the ground. Breathing in, look forwards. Open the chest, shoulders back. Breathing out, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. Breathing in all the way up. Breathing out, arms come down. That would do a couple more because 3 is a nice number. Bending the knees, fingertips come to the ground. Breathing in and breathing out. Straight legs as we come down there in that forward bend. Breathing in, now pushing up through the legs. Inhale, exhale. One more, breathing in. Reach up, make it strong. Clear. Breathing in. Breathing out. Feel your power, bend the knees. Feel your power as you push up through those strong legs, reaching up and breathing out, lower the arms down. Bring the hands together. And just take again a moment to close the eyes, just coming into this heart space. Soften the knees, feel your feet. So give the feet a wiggle, lift the toes as high as you can off the ground and place them down. I mean, you don't need to lift the heels high because that might put you off balance, but just feel that kind of shifting around, finding and feeling the ground with your feet. Soften the knees. Feel that the pelvis is slightly tilted, so you're strong in the belly, tailbone pointed down. Lift the chest away. Front is open. Open front. Soft front. Strong back. Good. And just take one little more moment to see, how is my heart? How does it feel? And you really tune in and feel the beat of your heart. Good. And just drop the hands down. So we're going to come down to the ground in a squat. Just check your feet again, the hips are apart and parallel. Breathing in, lift the arms in front of you. Keep the shoulders back. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, slowly coming down. The bottom is going back, the arms are coming forward. So really take the bottom as far back as you can. So you have to really reach forward. And it makes you long in your body here, long and strong in the belly. Breathing in and out the whole time, as slowly as you can manage. And then coming down, catching yourself. Stretch the legs out in front. Bounce the knees. Good. Then we're going to bring the knees up towards you and hug the knees. Hug the knees, get the hands right around yourself, make yourself very small, open between the shoulder blades. Breathing in through the nostrils, sighing out through the mouth. But really, taking time for our energy to open up. We're going to make our legs wide now. Nice wide legs. I always like to kind of lift myself slightly up or just adjust. Might even want to just take that fleshy part back just to sit more kind of upright. You may even want to sit on a cushion to help you sit upright. The toes are going towards the ceiling. So we're going to just, first of all, bring the hands onto the knees. We're going to stir up the pot here a little bit. So breathing in, lift the chest. You can also take the hands forward and then take the fingers if you prefer. Breathing in. As you breathe out, you're going to lean forwards and then around to the right, leaning back on the inhale, leaning forwards on the exhale. Really focusing on keeping this spine upright. So you can see there's no kind of bend here. You can see that? I'm keeping this really steady, really stable. But it's moving with real clarity. Breathing in as you lean back. And if you want to, if you want to make it a bit bigger circle, again, not leaning forwards, keeping the shoulders back, keeping this very strong integrity in the front and the back of the body. They're kind of holding each other. The belly is holding the back is holding the belly. The chest and the back of the heart there are holding each other. Good. And then come back to center. Take a moment to pause, just checking your toes haven't fallen inwards. They're still pointing upwards. Give them a little wiggle. And we'll go the other way. And this time we're going to make a sound, a Murray breath, a humming bee. So it's just going to be this and you can really try and see if you can feel that in the center of your head. And you can close your eyes. I invite you to close your eyes if you want to. So check up the pose, whichever you prefer. Breathe in. As you breathe in, really feel that lengthening in the front of the body, the strong belly. And breathing out. Around to the left this time. Come to a stillness. And we're going to also here, while we're here, we're going to come into a lion as well. So I've stirred it all up, and now we're going to just express all that we've stirred. So either hands on the ground or hands out, like claws out to the side. Starting from the heart though, it's coming from the heart. So really, as you breathe in, feel it's breathing in and it being expressed out or into the ground. So we can do that alternatively. I'm going to start on the ground, maybe breathing in. Tongue out. It's rasping sound, eyes wide. And we're going to go out this time, breathing in. Good. Oh, so good to express. Find those edges, breathing in. Good. And take a moment here. Let yourself really let it gather, let it kind of rise. Now you've kind of woken up the dragon or the lion or whatever kind of fiery animal you want to choose here. Okay, breathing in. Good. With the knees a little rub. The softness there. We bring the knees up. Let's come into our little egg, just hugging the knees. So this kind of egg first is this little kind of, actually it's more of a seed. We're going to be on a little seed here. Opening up the back, breathing in, breathing out. Okay. And then we're going to come into the cosmic egg. So we hold the front just below the knees, the shins there, and then taking the shoulders back, lifting the chest immediately. You should feel your abdominals engage as you kind of almost leaning back a tiny bit. We're coming away from the knees, so we aren't always leaning back, but we're also making sure that we're sitting up forwards onto the sitting bones. So that means you really have to use this whole area, the hip and the abdominals particularly, and then coming up on the toes. So even just this, we're working quite hard if we are intentional, and then lifting the toes off the ground. A little balance. Enjoy the balance. Enjoy all that little kind of all the little wobbles. Good. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Breathing. Even closing your eyes if you want to just experience this kind of little cosmic egg feeling floating in the universe. Have a floaty moment. Good. And then just putting the feet down. Good. Slide the legs away. And bounce those legs again, just to give them a little bit of space. Good. And we're going to just come into Shavasana. So we're going to come into that slowly. So reaching the fingers towards the toes, breathing in and out through the nostrils the whole time. See if we can go really slowly. So we're getting that strong belly. This powerful center is getting activated, because we know there's going to be a lovely, relaxing lie down at the end of it. So we can afford to just make that extra bit of effort, fueling it all the time with that moving breath. And when we lie down, we let go totally, let go, let go. Okay, the arms fall out to the side, let the feet fall out to the side. Take a moment just to close your eyes and just feel everything in your body. Just let your breath be easy. Breathe into the nostrils. Maybe have a sigh to release. Good. Now we're going to bend the knees and draw them up to the chest. Good. Let's draw a circle with the knees and draw a circle on the ground with the back. Keeping the knees together, holding the tops of the knees with the hands or the fingertips. And moving in a circle. And coordinating that with the breath. Breathing in as you take the knees away. Breathing out as you draw the knees in. Inhaling, exhaling. Just feel this softness. And a bit of self-care, a bit of ease. Feeling your back. Noticing what's happening. And go in the other direction. Breathing in, take the knees away. Breathing out, draw the knees into the body. Keeping the breath in and out through the nostrils and just enjoying that circle. Circling and enjoying. Good. And come to center again. Hug the knees. And extend the legs and arms up to the ceiling. Push the heels up, draw the toes towards you, extend the fingers up, but keep the back on the ground. And then we'll rotate the wrists and the ankles all together. And just sense the lightness of the limbs. Yeah, they're getting some rest, particularly the legs, which have been working a lot. They get some rest by being elevated. And we're rotating the wrists and the ankles in the other direction now. Breathing, good. And then hug the knees once more. Good. Place the soles of the feet on the ground. And let's just take the feet as wide as the mat. And the feet are away from the bottom. The arms are coming out to the side. We're going to do this lovely line twist to really calm everything down, breathing in. And as you breathe out, the knees are going down to the left. Let them fall. Let them just be heavy. And as that happens, let the head go right over to the right. As you inhale, breathing in, lift the knees to center, lift the head to center. And as you breathe out, let the knees fall slowly to the right. Let the head go over to the left. Just moving slowly, as slow as you can. And the key to that, of course, is lengthening the out breath, so letting the knees fall slowly to the left, the head goes over to the right, releasing particularly the lower back, where the spine meets or connects into the legs and the hips, this kind of junction. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in, lifting the head, so making sure the head is going in the opposite direction to your knees, and really let the weight of the legs release. So make the out breath long enough for that to happen, and then the in breath, it's just it makes it almost effortless. But the in breath just lifts the legs for you. And the out breath, the more you release there, the more you're going to get that sense of the lift coming from the breath. So really let them go. It's not pushing them down, it's really just feeling the weight and releasing. Before you inhale again, slowly, the knees lift of their own accord almost. We'll do one more each side. So breathe out as long as you can. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. And the head is rolling as far as it can to the other side. Empty. Inhale. Really taking some time to release. Release. Good. And then bringing the knees to center, bringing the head to center. And let's once more just hug the knees. And let's just give the hips a little bit of freedom. So we're going to just move the knees in circles. So as you inhale, you take the knees away. And as you exhale, let the knees fall away and come back towards the body. Again, we'll do this slowly and consciously, intentionally. So we're inhaling, taking the knees away. Exhaling, knees go out to the side. Really let the weight of the legs drop out to the side as much as you can. Before you pull them back into the body, closely bring the knees together, then inhale. So we're really kind of getting that hip moving in the hip joint as much as we can. Moving in the range that you have, but making it as slow as you can. Slowing down the breath, the inhale, expansion, the exhale, the release, the release, the release, squeezing out the breath. Good. And then we'll go the other direction. So we're really taking some time with this. Knees are together, away from you, arms extended, breathe in, breathing out, draw the knees into the body. And this is a great little practice to do on its own. You know, if you feel you want to open the hips a bit more, if you want to give a bit more ease to the hips, if you want to just calm and quiet and relax a bit, this is a great practice, because when we match the movement with the breath, movement of the body with the breath, and we become much more conscious because we're trying to do something. The mind has something to focus on, to coordinate these things. We connect and communicate with the body through the breath. You know, we have a much better relationship with our physical being and the way it works when we communicate directly, you know, with the body through the breath. So that out breath, it's just really reassuring to the body. And I give them these little squeeze again to release and relax. And then place the soles of the feet on the ground. And let the feet
come apart a little bit again. Let the knees fall together. We're just going to, again, make this very nice and soft. Actually, first before we do that, we just have a little stretch, because I think we just need to open the whole of the body up. So, and then we're going to come into that, sorry. Extend the arms above the head, point the toes, give yourself a full extension on the ground. Breathing in that through the nostrils, just enjoy that expansion. And then we're going to let the arms be on the ground here. Bend the knees, again, sort of semi-supine position. Feet are away from the bottom and the knees just fall together so they can really relax, and the lower back can be completely relaxed and open on the ground as well. And the arms are just bent and relaxed on the ground here. Make sure the back of the neck is long, chin is very slightly tucked in. Or place your head on a cushion if you feel your chin is off here. Breathing in. Full in breath, slow, soft out breath through the nostrils. Lift the arms up, let them land on the body. We're just going to soften everything up. Let the hands land heavily on the body and really breathe out and feel the weight of the hands there, on the belly or on the hips there. Breathing in. The arms reach up. This is very soft. We're just coming into a very calm space, moving the body softly and calmly. Close the eyes, breathing in. And the heart is still just opening a little bit, but it's very gentle kind of opening here as we breathe in, extend and open up the chest very softly, very subtly. Let the hands land on the body. Feel the palms of the hands. Feel that connection with your heart. So as we breathe in, we're just giving that heart a little bit of extra expansion, but softly. And then we're communicating that heart energy through the palms of the hands into this lovely sunshiny belly, into the hips, area we want to activate for our actions, moving forwards, feeling our power and giving ourselves permission to take actions, make decisions, do the things we have to do. And the hands land. Let's do one more of these, breathing in slowly and softly as you can. Just feeling the face soften as you do this as well. So as you breathe out this last time, as the hands come forwards and land on the body, let the whole face soften, drop, relax and soften the cheeks. And you can just stay here if you want to, or you can come into Shavasana if you feel like, oh, I just want to let my legs stretch out, let the arms flop out to the side. And just come into Shavasana for a minute. And then you can cover yourself if you want to. What feels right for you. Enjoy the relaxation, breathing in and out softly now through the nostrils. Feel the ground beneath you all the time supporting you. Feel the space around you. Feel the breath within you. Notice as thoughts pop up. Notice those thoughts. Allow them to come. Allow them to go. And just feel that spaciousness, that clarity. That flow of movement, the flow of the breath, the movement of the energy in the body. Just allowing and enjoying and appreciating all of that and just letting it all go. Breath is softly coming in and out through the nostrils. The body is softening and the body is melting into the ground. And so we come back to the day. And let's just slowly, gradually start to move our bodies. Breathe a little deeper. Open up the body. Give ourselves a good stretch. Hug the knees. Do whatever feels good. And just
really feel, how does my body feel now after my practice, after really focusing on myself for an hour? How do I feel? I'm just enjoying that sensation. What's different? What have I moved? What's been released? What was my journey today? And yeah, noticing what's maybe hopefully what's become clearer. Let's just rub the body here. Thank you, body, we say. Thank you, body. I'm grateful for this body. I'm grateful for this body. Yeah. It's a good body. And then we rub the palms together. Let's create some heat and energy. Feeling that power coming from the heart, feeling that power coming from the belly, the solar plexus, the heart, everything is just kind of powering the fire. We place that over the heart center. So giving this intention, your sankalpa, some energy, some power, some fire, giving it to the heart, knowing that the heart is the place where it will grow. And the intention is that clarity, that decision, that commitment. So say your intention to yourself clearly a few times here. And let it land in this soft place. Good. Namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Good work, everybody, today. Thank you so much for your practice, and I hope that's cleared out all the pipes.